It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the 66ers and the Thunder. Scott Franchise, an early contender for the home run crown, takes the field next. Bobby Tyrone gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Guys, you take a look at the home 9 as they enter play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty D. And you know what, D-Roll? Now I guess it's time when you push that go button. They get a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll, offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
You know, Matty, I took a look at this lineup today and getting a chance to talk to some of the guys around the cage. One thing that they preached to me was the fact that they were dead last in the league in grounding into double plays, and well aware of the fact that they don't shoot themselves in the foot. They give themselves a chance when they're putting guys on base to drive in runs and not get that 2-for-1 sale.
So now to the plate, Dante Smith, fouled away. The 0-1 pitch, 1-1. Line to the right side, but foul. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
One of the toughest pitches they hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at-bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, D-Roll, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, the 248th of his career, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
You want to certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there. That fastball was not sneaking by him.
Justin Bishop is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 1st coming up. Uranus is on top, 2-0. Daniel Baca will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
And it's fouled away. It's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
Swing and a flare hit toward right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding it.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Back in standing. Standing in now, Adrian Esparza, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Count 1 and 2.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Cannon on at first, nobody out. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Barron is there, and he has it for the first out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Blackwell is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Digging in, Mike Hayes. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. As a look, now the pitch. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Line drive base hit. And he's safe.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Into the box, Michael Lopez. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 287 the average coming in. 7 homers and an even 20 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit towards center. Barron is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So second inning set to go, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman McGee. And a fastball is in there for strike 1. Late square, and this is popped up. Esparza is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Into the box now, Matt Barron, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Popped him up. Hayes shading to his right, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. At the plate, Orlando Schultz. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Lopez has got it, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the bottom of the second. Uranus is Last half of the second set to go, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Saul Worthing.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and 1 strike. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Well, I can see what he was thinking. Thought he had a chance to make the play first, but then he forced the throw, and an error is the result. They got to deal with a runner on second now.
At the plate, A.J. Pulido. There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 11 for him on the season as we are all knotted up at 2.
Oh, a little quick jump right there. He does it in a variety of different ways. That time, first pitch out of the gate, he was coming unglued.
In now, Hal Hale. As you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw is there to record the first out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Bobby Tyrone, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Now a wave and a miss. Looked like the slider there.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
Fastball swung on and missed. Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Cannon. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Racing back, the right fielder on the warning track. He makes the catch. So it's 2. So here now is the pitcher, Daniel Baca. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The pitcher, Daniel Baca.
He's set. Here it comes. Slow roller down the third baseline. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race.
Espinosa.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dominique Espinosa. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 0-1 the count. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 0-2 once more.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
You can visibly see the body language of this guy on the mound is completely changed during this at-bat. 6 foul balls has to be completely frustrating him that he can't put him away. You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if you throw. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself close.
Runner goes for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Stepping up now, Dante Smith. He'll look to bounce back after striking out last time up. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Standing in, Justin Bishop. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First offering on its way. And he fouls this one off. 2 down, runners at first and second. And it's quickly 0-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Well, the run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the third coming. Leading off the inning, Adrian Esparza, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. The short hit hard. Fielded cleanly, and the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So striding in, Scott Franchise. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming, here it is. A ball and no strikes. In his career, Franchise is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, Matty, I know in today's game, batting average isn't held in high regard, but for a career to be north of 300, you're doing it.
Now at the plate, Mike Hayes. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. This is pulled into right. Blackwell is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, McGee. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2.
2 mid-90s fastballs, and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball, or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
The center fielder.
So coming to the plate, Matt Barron. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Standing in, Orlando Schultz. No balls and a strike to count. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. Count is 1-2 now.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him. Now at the plate, Michael Lopez. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Runs up and gets this one down. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Saul Worthing.
Stepping in now, Saul Worthing. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. In there, a base hit. Throw won't get him.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
A.J. Valido stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The 1-0. Liner in there for a base hit. And to score from third, the tying run. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So now to the plate, Hal Hale. Chopped back to the mound. Can they turn it? There's one. On to first to complete the double play.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here. 1 run has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that runner at third. Would be pretty huge if he can do that.
First delivery to him on the way. Bobby Tyrone will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So all ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Daniel Baca. No balls and 1 strike. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, and he makes the catch in the corner.
Now back, left fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Dominique Espinoza. And he lays off there, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He'll try again, 1-2. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
The next 3-2. Fouled off. Swung on and hit in the air to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now back.
Ready once again, Tyler Blackwell. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Striding in, Brian Hannon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
The second baseman.
Here comes the first pitch. Hops this one up. McGee stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
First offering on its way. yanked foul off to the right. The 0-2 delivery. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
In now, Scott Franchise. As he'll get a slider up that time, but he swings through it for the first strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And there's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Barron is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Hayes. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. Fouled away. Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line toward right center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. Now a long throw to third, and he is in there.
That's a grind pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate, and this batter's able to bite and keep his hands inside this baseball and drive it for a knock. Impressive.
Into the box now, Michael Lopez. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. And he takes a called strike 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. And that misses 2-2. Liner towards second. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knock.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away.
Into the box, Saul Worthing. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. So credit him with an RBI as he really caught him by surprise there by dropping that down. At the plate, A.J. Valido, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Hit on the ground toward the left. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. Ready for another shot now. Dante Smith, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Franchise is there to put it away for out number 1.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Troy Drennan. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
The pitcher's acting innocent, but I saw it in real time, and my first thought was he did that on purpose. These pitchers can paint the black inside and out, make the ball move up and down. So a lot of times when you see a guy get hit in that spot, there was some kind of message.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Quentin Walsh enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Justin Bishop is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Skied into straightaway right. Franchise is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. McGee stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Popped him up. Hale moving to his left. And that retires the side. Jesus Zapata enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Now at the plate, Hal Hale.
For the Thunder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hale.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Long run for the right fielder, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is taken in for out number 1. Tiny Ryan will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started.
Tiny Ryan.
Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Now this pitch is swung on and popped up. And this will also head toward the right side of the infield. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
Second baseman, Ryan.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Brian Cannon. First pitch on its way. This is flared out towards second. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit. And Eric Mensch will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Tiny Ryan will remain in the game in the 9th spot in the order and take over at shortstop. Matt Barron is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball 1-1.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike three.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and has backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Orlando Schultz is in for the third time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. 1-1 to count. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Hit down the line at first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen. Ben Puller will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with two out and the base is empty. Strike one to start the at-bat. The 0-1 delivery. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. Bases are empty here with two men out. 2-1. Hit hard towards center. That gets down and the inning continues. So the two-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, the batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Digging in once again, Dominique Espinosa. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Two men are on with two men out. Slider bends into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Stepping in now, Dante Smith. 0-1 the count. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Behind 0-2 now. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, Francisco Betancourt gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Adrian Esparza. Will be the first hitter. Corey Esparza is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. 268 the average for him coming in. 7 homers and 25 driven in. Fly ball to straightaway left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Digging in, Scott. Franchise facing some tough pitching in this one. His bat's been kept uncharacteristically silent.
Yeah, but it only takes one swing, guys. You know as well as I do. He gets a pitch in the middle of the plate. With one swing at a bat, he could change the entire complexion of this game.
The 0-1. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. 1 out, nobody on. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. pitch on the way. Takes this the other way to right. Blackwell is there, 2 down.
The catcher, number 2. Mike.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Hayes. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Corey Esparza is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Number 7, Corey.
Ryan Greenberg has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Greenberg.
Troy Drennan will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Now here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the right fielder. He's there and records the first down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Justin Bishop.
Into the box now, Justin Bishop. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
To the plate now, McGee. High in the air out to center field. Worthing will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Dante Tracy is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Tracy.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Michael Lopez. The pitch.
Lopez.
The windup and the 0-1. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
The 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now. Now here's the pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Standing in now, Saul Worthing. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope. Ball 1.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. 1-1. Here it comes. Just off the outside that time. Laid off for a ball.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power. You don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on it.
Even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. On the ground to the left side, and a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
I mean, obviously this guy is built to play in the daytime. 4 for 4. You know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
Into the box now, A.J. Valido, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Nope. 1-0. Ball, that's out.
Fastball just inside.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Throw over to the bag. Runner back safely. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. And he fouls this one off. Now the payoff pitch home. Got him swinging. The throw. Not in time as he steals second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and as show track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Milton Otto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Milton Otto.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
No, inside.
Fastball called strike. 1-2.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first two pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
The set and the 1-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
2 out here and a runner at second. High in the air into shallow left center. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Guy Eaton comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Jesse Irvin will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
For the 66ers, the center fielder, Jesse Irvin.
Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The numbers: 282 to start play, 11 home runs, 53 RBIs. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And that is off the wall. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Stepping in, number 4. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hard liner toward short, but this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
The batter, the pitcher, Dante Tracy.
J.P. Humphries will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Humphries.
Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. And a swing through on an off-speed pitch. Looked like he was actually a little late on that one. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. This is pulled into right. Franchise will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder, Dominique Espinosa.
At the plate, Dominique Espinosa. He'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
The set and the 2-0. Tyler Blackwell would be next. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Man, a hitter must feel hopeless against that kind of gas. That final pitch was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and this thing is over.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Tennessee used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Bobby Tyrone earned his 5th win of the year. Guy Eaton earns the save out of the bullpen, his 25th of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the visitors, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.